Hi, my name is Amy Reelman, and I am the founder of Team Boom Tenacious. I am a five-star diamond Beachbody coach in a 2015 Elite, ranked number 37 out of 400,000 teams. And I'm going to share with you today some of the common myths about coaching and some that I actually fell into myself, and it kind of delayed my process of becoming a coach. Um, so the first one that I hear is that I'm not in shape or I'm too heavy. And honestly, you don't have to be in perfect shape to be a Beachbody coach. It's more about relating to people and the journey, and like you just have to be wanting to be making yourself better and put it like being active and all of that. You don't have to be at your goal weight. You can share your journey through the process, and people are going to relate to you. So if I don't have washboard abs, but let's say I had washboard abs and a six pack, and I was talking to someone who needed to lose 60, 70 pounds. They might not relate to me with my washboard abs because, they're so far from that point that they would relate to someone who maybe has like 40 pounds to lose and they've already started being a coach for the past couple months or whatever and are seeing some progress as they're coaching. And they're going to be relating more to that person. The other myth that I hear is that I don't have time. Honestly, everyone in this world is busy. And when I started, I was working, 45 plus hours a week. I had a 45-minute commute each way. Sometimes I had to bring work home from my office. And on top of that, I was babysitting like anywhere from 5 to 15 hours a week. So I seriously used that excuse that I don't have time. But what I realized was that if I don't have time, this is why I should be doing this, because eventually I want to have more time and I don't want to have to live that rat race life of being busy all the time, working for someone else, and all of that. So the other part of that is that this coaching is really whatever you want to put into it. I have coaches on my team who are their goal is to quit their job and replace their old income and all of that, and they're working more hours on their Beachbody business. But then I have some coaches who are I just want to be a coach. I want to help hold myself accountable to my health and fitness. I want to get a little discount on Shakeology, and it would be nice to help people here and there if they reach out to me or I post something and they like it, and I reach out to them. So that, and they're spending very minimal time. They're basically converting a little bit of their social media time into maybe a little bit more productive. So honestly, what you put in is what you want to get out. If you want to put in 30 minutes a day or an hour a day or whatever, your like income and the number of people you help is going to be based on your quality time that you spend on the business. And the cool thing is you decide how long you want to spend on your business and when you do it. So for me, it was awesome because I didn't want to have a second job working at a mall or whatever. But the fact that I could just sit on my couch, watch TV, and pull up my computer and start chatting with people on social media, and over time that would build into a full-time income, that was pretty cool to me. Or when my boyfriend was watching football and I didn't really have an interest. So the time thing really shouldn't be too much of an issue for anyone, really. The other thing is that I get, so the third one is that I'm not a fitness professional or a nutritionist or a yoga instructor, whatever. I'm not either. I do have coaches on our team who are Pilates instructors and personal trainers and all of that. So that's awesome. And what's cool about this is that Beachbody coaching is really for anyone who wants to help people, want to hold themselves accountable with their own health and fitness. Doesn't mean they need to have washboard abs. And they want to inspire people. So you don't have to, and they want to be able to make some extra income and all that. So, if you're a stay-at-home mom, like you can relate to other stay-at-home moms who might not relate to a personal trainer. If you're a personal trainer, you're probably going to relate more and have a better market of talking to other personal trainers because they might relate more to you than if I were talking to them. Same with like if you were a teacher or you were a male or whatever. So you don't have to be an expert in anything fitness and health related. You just have to want to make a difference in your own life and helping other people. The next myth is that I don't like to sell. Honestly, I hear this one all the time, and this was my biggest one. The time and don't want to sell. So for me, I was like, oh, I want to be fit and I want to, hold myself accountable and stuff, but I have no interest in selling it to other people. Like, I don't want to try and get people to do this program and stuff. But what I realized is that it's really not about selling. It's about sharing what you do, sharing your passion, inspiring people, and building relationships. So it's actually not great if you come in thinking that you're an awesome salesperson and that you're just going to sell everyone on joining you, because people are going to see through that. And you really just have to be like passionate about health and fitness, and not even just health and fitness, but like the business model of being able to create an income from home, and just helping people and inspiring them and working with them to achieve their goals is what's going to help you achieve your goals, not just selling to people. So sharing your passion, and people can buy these products anywhere. It's the fact that you're going to be the one selling yourself to them to join you. Sorry, I'm making this so long. But the next one that I wanted to go over was that I am not an extrovert, so I'm not going to be good at this. I'm very introverted. Honestly, I'm pretty introverted as well. And maybe from this video I sound more extroverted, but I'm literally sitting in my bedroom with no one around talking to myself, so it's not that intimidating. But honestly, like, I get overwhelmed in big crowds. I'm really not that great talking in person as much as I am through social media, and I've built a huge portion of my business through social media. So you definitely don't have to be an extrovert, and I honestly have a lot of my coaches are introverts, or extroverted introvert and outgoing introverts, but we have a ton of extroverted people too. So moral of the story, you can be any personality type and do well with this business. Another one that I hear is that I can't afford to get started. And honestly, if you can't afford to get started, then that's a reason why you can't afford not to get started. If you can't come up with $140 to get started and replace a meal with Shakeology, which is $4 a day to run a business and have a healthy meal, which is probably maybe $2 more than what you're already spending on one of your meals. If you can't afford to do that, then you can't afford not to do this. And this can be your escape from having to say, I can't afford to do things. I can't afford this. I can't afford that. I don't have enough money. I was kind of like that as well. I don't have to worry about money as much anymore because I have created such a stable income through Beachbody, and it took me time. And nothing is guaranteed, but I worked really hard, and I was able to replace my full-time income. And now, affording things isn't as difficult as it was before. So if you can't afford it, this is honestly, it's a reason for you to get started and really work hard to be able to make enough to pay for your Shakeology and your business fee and extra every single month after that. Another thing that people say is this a pyramid scheme? So that's another myth. So first off, what I like to ask people is like, well, what do you think a pyramid scheme is? Because I honestly said the same thing. And what a pyramid scheme is where people buy into a company. Like if I were to say, oh, you want to be a Beachbody coach, it's $100 to get started, and you don't get anything for that. But if you help 5 people and you start working and stuff, like, you'll build money underneath you over nothing. Whereas Beachbody has products being moved. So we have Shakeology, P90X, all of those programs. So a pyramid scheme has no products within the company. We are exchanging tons of products and goods and stuff. Also, a pyramid scheme is that the person at the top always makes the most money. And that's not true either. We have a lot of people who enroll after their sponsor, and they're making more money than their sponsor is. It might be a little harder to catch up to your sponsor if they've been a coach for a while and they're actively working the business. But it's definitely not impossible by any means. I've seen it all across the network. And I think that's it as far as myths and objections of, and a huge circle of friends. I get that one too. So when I started, I had like maybe 500 friends on Facebook and maybe 100 followers on Instagram. I've built my entire business through social media. I do have people on my team who are friends and family, and I've reached out to them mostly through social media just because we were friends on Facebook. But honestly, like 90% of my coaches are people I didn't know prior at all, and I met them completely through social media. So if you're on in this group, think about how you know the person that added you in this group, and if it's through social media, then however they connected with you, they're going to teach you how to connect with coaches. And the last thing is, people don't the last myth I hear is that, like, well, I don't know how to coach, I don't know what to do. And honestly, you're in great hands with our team. We have tons of guides and documents and videos and team calls and one-on-one sessions with your upline and new welcome documents and so many things that on it we can give you so many tools that have worked for people to be successful. I'm honest, give everything that I've ever learned, all the things I've done wrong, all the things I've done right, and I put it all into documents and I share it with my team. So it's foolproof if you put in the effort to make it work for you. Sorry this video went a little bit longer, but hopefully that covered up some of the myths. Bye.